Whoa, that was quicker than I expected.
It was only 1 minute.
I'm
Could
so
you-
confused.
Could you see the countdown?
Yeah, I guess I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I've been out for a few weeks, so
Yeah, jeez. Oh, yeah, you can definitely hear the background now, Josh.
Okay, I'll mute it. If I have something to say, I'll unmute myself.
Hello, everyone. It's Thursday, and I have switched beers. I'll have you know.
wait,
Josh
let's guess.
finally won his beer battle with me.
So it's
and I know
not Miller.
It's not Miller. It's
Not,
Michelob Ultra.
oh, okay.
So we've been having that at the shop since we got the shop, and what I kind of determined is I like it a little bit better because it's less hoppy, and I hate hoppy flavor.
I drank all of the cheap beers, and that's my favorite one. Because
Yeah,
it
it's pretty
doesn't
good.
have any bitterness to it. It doesn't have any weird aftertaste. It's not hoppy
I mean,
or anything.
Miller Lite's pretty good. It doesn't really have that much hoppiness to it, but
I feel
do
like Miller Lite has a little bit of a weird, funky taste that I don't like.
Hmm.
Me personally.
Yeah. Any chance for a whining night with Meg so you guys can talk shit? I mean, not tonight, but I'm sure we can arrange that. Actually, we should probably do another ladies' night.
They like that?
I think the ladies had fun.
She would do it again.
Yeah, I know Meg would. She was like, "This is easy. I just say dumb things." Well, how is everyone? Hopefully good. Josh and I have been very busy. It's I guess I don't want to go into it quite yet. I'll save the main topic for another 15 minutes or so that we can kind of get, situated. But yeah, the the neighbor. So was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday the neighbor comes by, and he's like, I hear the lawnmower, which, by the way, you can hear the lawnmower engine, but it also has a squeak that's cyclic as it goes. So you hear this, and then you hear, and it gets louder and louder and closer, and you're like, no.
I should note that if he's mowing the grass with his mower instead of just driving it around, I feel like he runs over a huge rock every 5 seconds because he's mowing,
Dude.
and then you hear the sound of a rock.
Oh,
and
yeah, here.
it's like constant over and over. We're like, dude, you can't do that to a lawnmower.
Yeah. So he comes by, and he needs air in the tires, right? So one of the tires is flat. So it's probably like I've already put air in the tires like 3 times now. So I'm pretty sure they like all have punctures. So I put more air in the tire, and then he's like, "Oh, do all 4." So I'm like, "Fine." So I do all 4, and then he's all happy and he goes on his way. 15 minutes later, he's back, and I'm like, "Now what, man?" And he's like, wrench," and I'm like, "What'd you do?" So like I go look at it, and first he wants the jack, right? So he jacks the mower up, and first he puts the jack. So it was like a millimeter of metal holding on for its dear life, and he jacked this thing way up in the air, and then he starts crawling under. I'm like, "No, dude, you're gonna get yourself killed." So I'm like, no. So I told him to get out of there. I lowered it down. I put it in a proper spot. I jack it back up. I'm like, there you go. immediately I can see one of the blades is completely bent again, and I'm like, oh, God. Like, and then there's a rope wrapped around one of the spindles, so he screwed that up, and then he's all like, oh, like he shows me he sheared one bolt in half, stripped out another on one of the spindles. I'm like, dude, my God. Why do you guys hang out with this guy so much? Dude, we don't. He just shows up. He's
We do not invite him over or
Get
wave
rid
at
of
him or
him.
anything. He just randomly shows up out of nowhere with no invitation.
So did you end up fixing it? Or
no.
what happened?
So I was like that particular day I was wearing nicer clothes. I don't have nice clothes, but I was wearing nicer clothes, and I was not gonna wrench on anything. I didn't want to get dirty. And I was busy. I was doing paperwork for the F12 deal. So I'm like, I'm not helping you. And so he
Yeah,
spent
you gotta draw the
half
line.
hour trying to wrench on it, right? So he finally brings me a bolt, and he's like, trying to basically he lets me know do you have one of these? So I'm like, fine. I go look through our bolt drawer, and I find a bolt that's the same diameter, but it's a different thread pitch. So I check the thread pitch, right? And the bolt he has was a 1.5 thread pitch, and the only one I had was 1.25. And I was like, this is not the right bolt. And he's like, oh, let me take. And I'm like, no, this will break your mower. This will ruin the spindle. And he's like, oh, and he's like trying to take this bolt from me. I'm like, no, you're not listening to me. I'm like, this. And so I show him the gauge and I put it on there. I'm like, 1.5. I take the other bolt. I'm like, 1.25. Not the same. Not the same. It will break. And he's like, oh, let me take it. And I'm like, no. So I put the bolt back and I shut the drawer. And I'm like, no, that is the wrong bolt.
You need to convert that front building into an office, just a little mechanic shop just for him.
Dude.
He can self-service.
I mean, he's probably had us spend at least 6 to 8 hours on that effing mower.
I know.
now.
You got to start making money off this guy, whether
Dude,
it's charging him or content.
I mean, look, I'm all for helping your neighbors, but
Yeah.
at some point, it's just become abusive. This is no longer we're getting karma, we're being nice. It's like, no, he's taking advantage of us because
Yeah.
I don't think
He doesn't.
understands.
The thing is, though, is he doesn't realize it. I think he's
Yeah.
just he's in another world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
culturally, it's not the
Yeah.
same thing. He doesn't get that. You don't ask your neighbor for 15 favors in a row, and not at least show up with a 12-pack of beer or something, right? I mean, he's just that's not America. You got to do something, bro. Something. That's all. I don't even care, right? Just start cleaning your gun. That's not a bad idea. We do have quite a few firearms there.
I've tried the
Indian.
translation app with him, and he just pretends it doesn't know what it is or anything. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on, you
so
guys got to start crashing his parties. Go over there.
right. We should we should go there on a Saturday or Sunday when they're really busy and just show up and be like, "Hey, man, I need a blessing or something."
Yeah, I need a blessing on this car real quick. Can you guys go ahead and do that?
Oh man. Oh, too funny. Well, I mean, I guess he's harmless, but it is we're trying to run a business. We're trying to make money. And believe it or not, we're busy a lot. And I don't always have time to help someone in the middle of the day fix their damn lawnmower. Especially when it's he's destructed that lawnmower. That's his fault. He drove over whatever, all the crap that's ruined that thing 3 times now. That's on him. I wrecked my blades on my lawnmower when I first got the stub, but that's because you could not see through the grass.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what was there, right? So after I got past that, since then, I have not wrecked a single blade. He probably speaks English.
Not this guy. This guy's legit, in another world.
Yeah, I don't think he's not native U.S. born dude. He's definitely
He's like one of
excited.
those dudes that lives in the culture that's on the island that's untouched in
Right.
thousands of years or whatever.
Wow.
I what else is going on this week? So the F-12 disappeared last night. And the guy oh, I forgot to post it. Shoot, I took a video when he was leaving last night. I'll have to do that. I'll do a
He
short.
drove home, right? Where'd he drive to?
He's driving to Indiana.
Ooh.
He flew down with his father, and
He
they're
showed
doing
up decked out in Ferrari tracksuit with
Oh, dude, it was
Ferrari shoes
awesome.
and
Oh, wow.
everything. It was
He was
great.
ready to go. I was like,
Was
dude,
it his
this is
first?
that was so awesome. I was like, hell yeah, man, you're doing it right.
Was it his first or
Yeah.
repeat?
Yep,
First
first Ferrari.
That's a good first Ferrari, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, going straight to the V12s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not messing around.
And it was kind of rainy and stuff, so we're like, please be
Yeah, did
careful.
he make it home?
Well, I actually emailed him this morning. I was like, hey, just trying to make sure that you made it to Dallas, because they told us they were going to Dallas. So Indiana should be a 6-hour drive.
In that car, sure.
I mean, that's probably about what you could do it in, but yeah,
Cool.
that I don't know. I don't know if he was supposed to make it back today. I think they were taking another day, right? Because they wanted to
I'm
go
not
see
sure.
like the Ozarks and stuff.
Yeah.
But good on him, man. Buying a Ferrari, driving it home. That's awesome.
What?
Love that.
Mhm.
So the Unpimp My 360 is sold. It's actually still at the shop because part of the sale, part of the deal, we had to do a few things to it. He wanted an anti-gravity battery, so we worked that into the deal.
He ended up wanting that little Cavallino off the gas door, and I started trying to mess with it and found that the dude drilled a hole through the gas door and
No
put
way.
a nut on the other side. So I had to order a new gas door for the car.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Factory one?
Yeah. I found
Yeah, get that.
a used red one on eBay.
4 parts?
Yeah. And then one of the so the dude had like messed around with the taillight like housing that holds the bulbs and drilled like a wire into it so he could run that third brake light. So of course it broke one of the taillights, so we had to go replace that. And then the third brake light actually we thought it wasn't working. So I ordered one and I replace it, and then it's not working. And I'm like, what the
As
F?
it turns out, the car only supplies 10.7 volts to it when it's off, and if it's running, it gives it the full 12 volts or whatever. to
And
turn the light on.
and
Just
remember
random.
the wiring harness had the wires reversed.
Yeah.
So we had to redo the wiring harness and stuff. So that was. How many do we need to do the tour? I still need 4 more.
Still at 6?
We're still at 6. No, I don't even remember now. I think we're at 5. I will look it up real quick while I'm sitting
Well, while
here.
he's doing, I went to Las Vegas on Monday
That was cool.
and looked at 2 cars for people, and that went pretty good. One of them was a Huracan Evo, and the other one was a 488 Spider. We just happened to
Private?
have 2 cars, that people were interested in that I went and looked at for him. So the 488 he ended up buying, and it's on his way to his house, and the other one ended up having some weird, sketchy title stuff going on that I found out about when I was there.
The Huracan?
And yeah, dodged a bullet on that one.
So these are people that just hired you to go out and look, right?
Yeah.
Like just to make sure before they're gonna buy.
Yeah,
Nice.
we get a lot of consultation.
So
We
like
actually
basically
got a ton of
two
consultation.
successful trips, right? 2
Yeah,
successful trips, but both ends of the spectrum.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's arguably like saying no to a car is just as important as saying yes to a car, right?
yeah.
In fact,
I mean-
actually, we've done hundreds of consultations, and there's only been a handful of cars that the person didn't buy for whatever reason. And this week we had 2 cars that the person didn't buy. One was the Huracan, and then we were doing another consultation for a Ferrari F430, and the guy decided to decline it as well because there was just some sketchy stuff with it that, like, it's like, I mean, well, on that particular example, it was priced like more than like 2 sigma below everything else. So anytime there's like, why is this one so much cheaper than the others? It's like there's gonna be something wrong with it.
There's
right?
no such thing as a cheap Ferrari.
Right. Like, and we even talked about that. I even told him on the phone, I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's $130,000 or $100,000. It's $130,000 to own that car, But so he's gonna pass on that one because he just didn't feel right about it. And honestly, like, if you don't feel right, don't buy it. Like, if you have a gut feeling, walk away. It's just not worth the risk. To answer your question, Jocko, going back, we have 5 people. We have Jeff, Jocko, John, Aaron and Laura, and Eric. I'm not saying their last names. So far, we have Jeff's either bringing his Lusso or his 812. Hopefully, his 812. Jocko, you better bring your Pista. And then we have 3 F12s. We're like,
Wow.
we're gonna have the highest cylinder per like car ratio of any group ever right now.
Amazing.
There you go. Question for the bottom guy: how does a base 986 compare to your Miata?
I don't know. I don't know how a 986 Boxster is. I've never driven one. It's probably faster though, but I mean, a Miata is a perfect little race car if you want to race on a budget and have fun.
The Boxster's heavier.
And not care about dinging it up, smashing a fender. It's a great race car.
Tyler is flying back home from work. He was on a work trip, so he's not going to show up. So he's probably mid-air right now. Jealous of the Viper buyer? Are you talking about the ACR Extreme that we sold? That thing was pretty cool. All right. So the topic of tonight, from the worst month to the best month. We started off in this major lull, like for over a month straight or so, we didn't sell a single car. And not only did we not sell any cars, but like it was like crickets, or the offers we were getting were just, BS spam offers or whatever crap, right? And then all of a sudden, the last 2 weeks, we've sold almost all of our inventory. We've done multiple consultations. We've done these other pass-through deals. I mean, it's just been like stupid busy. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened to the market. All of a sudden, everyone was just like, "Oh, hey, tax season's over. Let's spend money." I guess. I don't know.
It's always been like that forever in the car business. It comes and goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was weird. So yeah, we're excited about the second half of April. The first half was very disappointing.
Because we have 2 Porsches.
We do. Yep. Porsche people should rejoice.
Nobody has. We haven't said anything about either one of them, have we?
Nope. Nothing. Been quiet.
Are you gonna?
They both start with GT. We'll just say that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, one of them's already at the shop. One of them will be at the shop soon. Oh, God. Did we get a Magnum PI episode? Yes.
We do.
Fred officially owns the 308 now. So it's the 30. Oh yeah, the 308 sold to Fred bought it. He's like, he sends us a message. He's like, if I buy that 308, will you do a Tom Selleck Magnum PI video, Dan? I'm like, fine, sure.
We're gonna
He's like,
reenact. We're gonna reenact the intro for that show.
That's a nice spot to be. Just buying it because he wants you to do a video.
I said, are you just buying this because you want me to do the video? And he's like, no, I want the car, but I do want you to do the video. I'm like, okay. As long as you're not buying it just for the video, because that's dumb as hell. They have a Magnum PI helicopter at Georgetown Airport? Dude, that would be amazing. We gotta find out who owns that thing.
Jocko, actually, one of the Porsches we're getting, the one that we don't have yet, might fit the bill for you. It's pretty
Okay.
badass.
What?
He
to
just
buy
said
one?
he'd be tempted by a Porsche. Wouldn't
Oh,
that
so
wouldn't
it's
that
gotta
one
be
be
a
perfect for
track.
Jocko?
When do you get in town, Jocko? You need to try driving it.
Well, we don't have it yet, but
But he gets in town next week, right?
yeah,
Oh, perfect, dude.
it's a Jocko spec, I think.
Ooh.
I mean, it's got cool livery.
Yeah,
If you're saying that, then it must be pretty sweet. Probably not
I
a
mean,
2RS. 3RS.
no, it's
somebody
not a
guess.
it's not a 2RS. That would be
No,
cool.
I
but
figured
it
that
ain't
would
a
be-
2RS.
those are like
That's
a
silly.
$500,000 now.
I know.
Stupid. No. How the shorts doing? Oh yeah. My notifications hate you. Oh, you're getting in the 7th or 8th. Okay, cool. Next week. The shorts. So, I should pull up the data. It's really fascinating. So, the shorts are, I guess, helping the channel. So our subscribers are up a lot, like way up. The total view count is up a ton. The watch time is like unmoved though, because they're basically no watch time, right? And the revenue is up just like a tiny, tiny bit. So what's really fascinating to me is the shorts are attracting like almost entirely new viewers.
Yeah.
So it's really weird. Yeah, here you go. Look at this. Whoops. This graph. So the new viewers, look at the shorts, is like off the bar is new
Top
viewers.
one?
Yeah. So that's shorts and then videos. So the last 28 days, the shorts have reached 150,000 new viewers. The
Nice.
regular videos have only reached 45,000 viewers. New viewers instead of returning. But what's crazy is the returning stuff. The shorts only have 11,000 returning views, and the videos have 34,000 returning views.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, the live streams actually are completely worthless for the channel.
Hey, don't say that.
They are from a data perspective. They do not help the
They're
channel
bad for the
at
channel.
all.
They're great for the community.
Yeah, we do this because it's fun. We don't do it to help the channel because it actually does not help the channel.
Yeah.
In fact, according to the data, our lives have actually lost us subscribers.
Huh.
So in the last 28 days, our live streams have cost us 2 subscribers. That's
Sorry
funny.
sorry if you can hear my chewing. It's the first time I've eaten today.
Oh yeah, dude, I had to quickly scramble to grab food too. Today was like one of those days that I was super busy, but felt like I accomplished nothing. I hate that, you know,
Mm.
because I had to go. Well, first I had a meeting with our daycare to talk about our kid, but then I had to go drive all the way into Austin to go pick up our wheels, which had been refinished. So we had 8 wheels get refinished. So I had 2 or was it 2 wheels for me? Yeah, I had 2 wheels get refinished. Josh had 4 for his car, and we had the front 2 wheels for the Lamborghini get refinished. So 8 wheels. So I had to go pick those up. Then I had to go take and drop them off to get new tires. So, but I had to get my wheels from my car, and then I had to drop off Josh's wheels and go pick up the other Lamborghini wheels. So basically, all I did all day long is drive up and down from Austin to the shop and Austin to the shop, and that's it. It was so boring, and like I said, I felt like I accomplished nothing. But I know it was stuff that needed to get done. But yeah.
What'd you do, Josh?
I worked around the shop. I worked on my car a little bit. I got the Range Rover running.
Oh,
Yeah, just a bunch of little random stuff. We cleaned up I almost said what it was. We cleaned up one of the Porsches. and got it ready to sell. We'll probably take pictures of that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or had to arrange transport for one of the cars that we sold that I went and looked at, and one of the ones we got from the auction. I set all that up. Had to go to the bank. I mean, just a lot of random
Day
crap.
in the life. The
Yeah,
Range Rover looks pretty good.
it looks good in the pictures.
It did.
in
It
the
actually
video.
cleaned up pretty decent.
The paint looked good.
That's all
How's
right.
the misfiring?
I fixed that today.
Hmm.
Yeah. It
What
ended up being the so I think it was just the coil pack, which are really
Oh.
weird. They're mounted on the back of the engine, and there's 4 in each one because it's the V8, 4 ignitions in each little coil pack, and there's 2 of them. And when I took them out, 2 of the wires were reversed. After I had looked at the wiring diagram, I figured that out. But I threw 2 new ones in there and fixed the wiring, and that fixed it. So it's running okay now. It has an
Okay.
exhaust leak that I got to deal with, but
Okay.
it's running okay now.
Good. How's the handling, the suspension?
It had been so those came with air suspension, and
Yeah.
it was swapped out for springs, regular springs. So it's kind of like bouncy and stuff, like they are. I don't know if you've ridden in one of those before, but
No,
They're
I know
kinda-
they had air suspension. I don't know how that would last though. If that would be any good.
they're
This-
kind of floaty and bounce around a little bit. But they're kind of cool because you sit up high and the windows are real low, so the visibility is really good in them. But that thing has such a long way to go. It's drivable now.
There you go. Progress.
Let's see.
The gray cat has started to come out now.
Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah. We've seen it a few
I
times.
I see him regularly now. Saw him today.
Yeah. He even went outside today, or she.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Gray cat's a she. Jocko, I saw you're gonna be staying at your sister's. Bad news. The Crab Shack went under. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh no.
I know
The
you're
Crab
gonna be sad about
Shack?
it. Yeah, dude. The
Joe's Crab Shack?
No, the what is it called? The what is it called? Louisiana Crab Shack.
Oh,
It was this. It
It was
was
a place you ordered like $200 of crab legs, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, you had it too, right?
Yeah, you guys got it for us.
Oh, dude, it was so good. Yeah, they're gone.
well, we can go to
Yeah.
Joe's Crab Shack because they're pretty good.
Mm,
I mean, it's not the best, but it's
Mm.
not terrible.
mm,
Jacko's upset.
yeah. We have not seen any mice damage since the cats.
Sweet.
Yes, I did get the fry cat meme, John. I've actually seen that one like 4 or 5 times, like in the last day or two. I was like, oh yeah, yep. I know you're looking forward to it. Sorry, Jacko. By the way, I was noticing during the countdown, the delay is 13 seconds between when we do anything and when it actually goes to people. So,
It's a healthy buffer.
yeah, that's the buffer, 13 seconds. There you go. Oh, crap. We still got to get the Mustang on Cars and Bids.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
They used to be super quick. I think when they laid off everyone, they got slow.
Yeah, we had a guy
Okay.
that we were working with that was very responsive and stuff. And I texted him and I said, "Hey, we have this Roush Stage 3 and yada yada." And he texts me back the next day and says, "Oh, I was part of the massive layoff at Cars and Bids." I was like,
damn.
"Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Who
how
didn't
does it-
who didn't see that coming?"
How many
Right?
people do they have? I didn't know they were big
I
enough
don't
to have
know.
a massive layoff.
I don't know. I guess a lot.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
they
When-
they put up a lot of money at first to try and get them, like, to get market share, right?
well that's true, right? 35 million. That whole
38.
investment? 38. What? When did that happen? The riff.
Hmm.
Just okay.
A month ago?
Hmm.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor and don't feed the cats. We're trying to like feed them less and less. So I'm wanting them to like leave the shop more and more. Ideally, we'd love it if they like left the shop entirely so we could leave the cars uncovered. But
Yeah, it seems like a pain. That
Yeah.
whole car cover thing.
dude, it's such a pain. So I had to move around those 6 cars. I don't know if you saw the short on that. It took me seriously an hour to move around 6 cars because I had to uncover the cars. I had to move them all around, which
Yeah.
actually takes a decent amount of time because you're trying not to damage anything. Then you gotta get everything back into place. Then you gotta plug them back into their tenders. Then you gotta cover them up. And we're putting 2 covers on every car because we put a soft cover on to protect the paint, and then we put a hard cover on to protect from the cats. So like, oh, jeez.
Such divas, these things, huh?
Yeah. So it's like it's actually a lot of work. It's a pain in the ass. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Cars and Bids videos are pretty lame. I don't watch them.
They're stupid.
Hmm,
I have
haven't
no
even
interest.
seen them.
They brought in that new guy. He's
Oh,
not
Kenan?
interesting. He's not interesting.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't take an established YouTube channel and like transition it to someone else and expect people to just like it because they signed up. Like the reality is, unless the YouTube channel started as a like multi-person thing,
Yep.
you signed on for that person and
Mhm.
that idea, right? And it's interesting to me because like he lost his way. He's doing all like, and I know he talked about like, oh, I'm gonna do these other things I always wanted to do. He should have started a separate channel to do that. Like, don't scavenge your main channel.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
do like when you have a established multi-million subscriber base, don't do experiments. Do what the people already expect.
Yep.
I thought that was a really poor business choice. Like I mean, to be fair, he's sitting on top of $38 million investment, and I'm not. So, look, I can't say much about that. But have you ever arrived and have a cat?
I think he means cat sleeping on the car.
Yeah, we definitely have seen footprints on the cars. So,
Only Josh sleeping on the cars.
Yeah.
right. I know he's contractually obligated to market it, but like, it's not. I don't know. I think it's. I mean, I feel like his channel is not doing as well as it was. Like, it used to be very interesting reviews and stuff, and now I haven't watched a review of interest on.
No, I don't click on them anymore. I lost interest. But aren't there there's like several channels, right? Cars and Bids. Doug.
Yeah, the Cars and Bids is nowhere near the same. Yeah.
There's so much car content out there. It's hard to. I mean, as you're finding, right? It's hard to be original.
We don't stick out anymore at all. I mean,
So,
yeah.
sorry. I was going to change the subject. What does everybody think of the new V12 car?
So I haven't
they
seen an
released it
official
today?
render. Did they give official?
Did they
Yeah,
release
yeah. You can look it up. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks kind of like a Roma and mixed with a Aston Martin or something.
Is it
I
the
don't know.
12 cylindry?
Yes. It's called a cylindry. 12 cylindry.
What a name! I don't
What?
hate it, but it's like, I mean,
Cylindry?
It has our
Can you guess what it
9,500
means?
RPM red line on a V12 is pretty badass.
wait, how much?
9,500.
Okay, good. I thought you said 500.
I'm not sure. The launch wheels look terrible.
They always do.
Yeah. You know what it looks like is they took the 812 Competizione and sterilized it.
Ah, damn! I don't like it.
I can't tell if I like it or not. I kind of do, but I'm not immediately like, oh, I hate it, but I'm not like,
Yeah.
oh, I love this. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm undecided. I don't really know yet. I got to see more. I want to see one driving.
Yeah, I need to see it in person. Ooh, the straight-on view is ugly. This, that's not good.
Looks like a Pro Sangwe.
That
Or
doesn't look-
no, look, you know what it looks like is a Kia that have those
Yeah. that
those
looks
lights.
that looks boring.
It's not striking or.
No, this profile looks great. I think.
Yeah, it'll probably grow. That's usually how it is.
Hmm.
I hope so.
It's 820 horsepower. Phew.
I don't think it's a hybrid or anything, so that's good.
Oh, so it literally is the name of the car is 12 cylinder.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
I mean,
It's
Come
pretty
on,
stupid.
Ferrari.
it's almost as dumb as super fast, right? I mean, think about how dumb that was when that came out, and now we're used to
Well,
it.
but the Superfast actually came out in the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there was a Ferrari Superfast in the 60s.
I was
So they
not
brought
aware.
the name back. So at least that had history. But this Dolce or whatever
There was no
Cylindre,
12 cylindry.
it's like, come on, dudes. What?
Any interior shots?
I feel like they fired all their marketing people. Man.
Yeah, the modern Ferraris are not impressive,
Honestly,
in
ever
my
since
opinion.
the 458 was peak Ferrari. 488 was decent, but on its way down.
They're not as like just soul gripping. Like they don't. I
No.
don't know.
They don't. The thing is, you don't see that on a poster on a kid's wall, and the kid goes, "Oh my god!"
Right.
Right? No, there is not a single kid on Earth that's gonna have the Dolce Cylindre on a
Yeah.
wall in their bedroom. Will not
Yep.
happen.
It's unfortunate.
know.
Their brand is become light beer.
They have to please the shareholders now, though.
They do.
That's the problem.
That was the dumbest
They
thing
have to
ever
make money.
did. That was the
Well,
dumbest thing they ever did. But
I think the problem is, since the 458, they've made them really hard to get and everything. You got to be selected, and you got to buy 2 other cars to get the good cars, and yada yada. Well, I think that's going to kind of die off because nobody's going to want these new cars. I mean, there's still going to be people that buy them, but they're not going to be as highly desirable, I think, as like a Pista when it came out that everybody wanted. You know.
the LaFerrari, yeah, that's pretty bad. The Ferrari.
Yeah.
It was a terrible
mean,
name.
Yeah.
Honestly, the last cool named car was the Enzo.
Enzo for sure.
But I felt like they shouldn't have named that car the Enzo. That's just me.
Yeah. Like F40, F50.
They could have done an F60. I don't understand. Like, okay, this is just me, and I don't own a multi-billion-dollar corporation. But I look at the things that some of the other companies have done that have been really big successes, and I'm going to look at like Dodge brought back the Challenger and the Charger and kind of did like this retro thing. So did Ford with the Mustang and all that shit. And everyone ate it up and loved it and bought a shit ton
Well,
of it.
that's because most people can afford a Mustang.
I know, but like that retro vibe thing.
Yeah.
Right? Why the hell? Lamborghini brought back the Countach.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like shit, and everyone bought it. Because it's a Countach, right? They're like, oh my god, it's a Countach, even though it's just a Aventador with a body kit. Countach. And so why didn't they make like a Testarossa? Why didn't they do a GTO throwback? Like, like they could have done something kind of retro-y, and I know they kind of sort of vaguely did on the Daytona SP3, but that was a Halo car.
That nobody can get.
Right. Which was dumb. They need to make a normal car, well, normal Ferrari that's in the affordable price range, that's not a hybrid, not a turbo, probably manual, and call it the Testarossa and have some goddamn strakes on the side.
Can you imagine?
People
It'll
would buy
go
the
for
shit
it'll
out of
go for triple MSRP.
I
it.
know.
It would. It would.
It'll be unobtainable.
People would buy that. Like their shareholder price would go through the roof. They don't even need Pininfarina.
Yeah.
There, Ferrari, you want to double your shareholder value? I just did it for you.
They won't listen because they know better.
Yeah. The thing is, I feel like the car culture is doomed because the car enthusiasts are not the ones guiding the car culture, right? It's the status quo driving the car culture right now, which is just so the problem is like everyone who's really an enthusiast, they're not listening to us, and honestly, we're a shrinking group, so there's less and less appeal for the big companies to cater
It sounds
to
kind of like our government.
us, right? They don't listen to us.
I mean, yeah, they don't. They know better.
Yeah. Amen. If they were smart, they'd bring back a manual like Gordon Murray and Pagani. Look at Pagani. Their Pagani, the newest Pagani has a manual.
Yeah, the Utopia.
It's gorgeous. Like that's a piece of art.
Yeah.
The problem is nobody can get it. Nobody can afford it.
Right.
They need to
but-
make it. They need to make a car like that people can buy.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that would be an interesting thing. What if you took Pagani and they made a $300,000 or $400,000 car?
I mean, they'd be unobtainable because everybody would buy them.
Yeah, I mean, you could take Pagani design, but then like instead of going to the nth degree of Pagani where they literally make every single bolt, like okay, we'll let you slide. Buy the bolts from someone else. You know,
Yeah.
like have a machine.
The whole thing doesn't need to be carbon fiber.
Right, doesn't have to be all carbon fiber, and the carbon fiber weave doesn't have to be so perfect that you have to like
And you can pull an engine out of an AMG or something, and that'll be fine.
that would be amazing.
Just make enough of them. so
Yeah.
that they're not so rare.
But I guess that would dilute the brand, and the Pagani people buying the $3 million Paganis would be pissed.
The problem with the Lotus is it's not fast. It's too slow, and it doesn't
And-
sound good.
And it's kind of a crappy car.
I mean, it's got a manual and regular steering and stuff, so it's fun on the track and everything, but you
Until
can't
it
compare
breaks.
it to, yeah. Well, the same with Ferrari, though.
Yeah, I think Ferrari's more reliable than Lotus.
Probably.
No, modifying a Fiero into a Ferrari has never been cool. Please don't do that ever. It's the dumbest thing ever. I never understood that. It's like, oh, I want to have something that looks like something else, but it's actually crap.
I had a Fiero for a little bit. It was fun.
Did you?
it was a cool car, yeah.
How were they handling?
Pretty good. It's mid-engine. They're slow,
Yeah.
and every time I drove it, something else would break on it, and I have to fix it. I mean, it was breaking all the time, but it was still pretty cool, and it looked cool.
Yes, everyone's all talking about the Lotuses now.
Hmm.
They just, I'm sorry, they just do not appeal to me. It's too bad. Ferrari should bring back the Dino, but
It's
honestly,
not a bad idea.
they should have called the 296 a Dino.
Well,
A V6, they should have called
Yeah.
it a Dino. That would have been awesome. Yeah. Gabe equals Aaron Rodgers light.
I've been getting that. I've been getting that a lot recently. I think it's the mustache.
They shouldn't do a 458 Cambio Manuele. They should do something else.
Hmm.
I think the 458 was done right. They did a great job. It made sense in the context of when it was made.
Yeah.
They should, but right now it's like the problem is everything's too fast. Everything is so fast it almost doesn't matter anymore. And everyone's on this like the horsepower wars and the track time, like the lap time, records. Everyone's trying to get the fastest Nürburgring lap and all this crap. It's like I don't care about that. I'm not looking for the fastest car. I'm not looking for any of that shit. I just want to have a good time
Hmm.
driving a car that I enjoy. And
But they're scared to make something that's slower than what they've already made, probably. So they have
I
to
guess
keep
so.
making them faster. And then the ones that are true drivers' cars are so rare now like a 911 ST, which is like what people want, right? It's like, yeah,
and that car's unobtainable.
That's the problem, right? The cars that actually are the cars that
Yeah.
everyone wants are the ones that everyone wants, and so you can't get them.
it's just
And
a,
they only become like what happens is their values go so high that then they become museum pieces instead of cars.
I like Z's idea.
Take the 296, remove the hybrid, yes, and add a manual. Call it a Dino Special Edition and upcharge it. Dude, people would soak that up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I could get on board with that.
That
Even
would be
though I don't really
amazing.
like the way the 296 looks, I would get
Mhm.
on board with that.
See, I love the way the 296 looks, and I love how small it is. I just wish it wasn't hybrid, because I would not want to own that car in 10 years.
yeah.
That
Yes,
car's
a
in-
Miata could go on the tour.
Just-
You'd be pushing it hard, but you could do it.
Just don't stop.
just you got your foot to the floor the entire drive.
No red lights.
Yes, I like Ducatis. I've had many Ducatis over the years.
Everything beyond the F430 is just too fast. No, it's not true.
You get used to the power that they have, and then you're like, okay, because you drive a 458 for a while, and then you go drive a 488, and you're like, then you go back to the 458, and you're like, oh, this is slow.
Yep. Yep. That's the thing, though, is when you go back to the 430, if it's a manual, even though it's slower
It
than the
feels,
458, you don't
yeah.
care.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It feels good.
Yeah, and same thing if you go back to a manual 360, you don't care because you're having fun. It's no longer about being fast, it's about
Mhm.
having fun. The Maserati MC20 is the 296 without the hybrid. Yeah,
For
That's
300 grand.
that's
No
the problem.
thanks.
They're really expensive. And I feel like they're just still depreciating. We have not done a manual C7 ZR1. We want to. We would
I've
love
driven
to.
one. I've driven one. Yeah, they're fast, but it still feels like a Corvette. I don't know. They're cool.
Jocko, I'm used to the power of the SF90. You're ruined. Jocko's just straight ruined here. No.
I actually don't have a watch on right now.
Yes. Oh, by the way, we are just over 1 week away from our barbecue. Go sign up May 11th.
This ear hurts so bad.
Uh-oh. I heard it hurts so bad.
Uh,
That can't be good.
Is this the-
Barbecue, May 11th. If you want to join us, it's $20. Honestly, if you can't afford the $20, just show up. I don't care. But it'd be great if you could kick in $20 to help cover the barbecue and beer and stuff.
you got
But,
Talon making it, right?
May 11th, 3 p.m. at the Stub. Go sign up, RSVP there. And yeah, we're gonna hopefully have. I mean, so far we only got like 5 or 6 people coming, so there's plenty of room. So feel free to come hang out. We'll have cool cars. We'll do car shit. We'll drink. We'll hang out. Whatever. It'll be fun. Don't worry about Jocko. You're a guest of honor. I mean, there's people. Jocko's flying in from Michigan to come have barbecue.
Or
Heck
this.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Or this.
Come join the barbecue. What else we got? Yeah. So we have 2 Porsches. We've got the 2 430s. We got the black one, the red one. The red one needs some love. Oh man, the red one. So I drove the red one home to my house and nothing happened. Everything was fine. Josh drove it around. Nothing happened. Everything was fine. Then the other day, what did we do to it? We changed the battery,
Change the battery and the accumulator and the pump.
the accumulator and the pump, and then we drove it and it wigged out. So much so that like we were scared we were gonna get stuck on the side excuse me, on the side of the road. So we're not sure what's going on with it. We think we're going to try and change out the squid and all the actuators and everything and see if that fixes it. And if it doesn't, then we'll probably have to switch it to a manual. But are we doing any driving that morning? Still remains to be seen, but possibly. We could probably do a drive for people who are interested in doing a drive. So that seems like something we can figure out. I think we'll determine that during the next live or something. Steven Bums soloed today. Oh, for his airplane.
Yeah, he sent me a video of him flying his plane.
Yeah.
Did he actually buy a plane?
He
Yeah,
did.
he bought it.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He landed it.
Well, that's I would assume. And he walked away from it, which is what they say is a good landing, right? Any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
Gated manual Gallardos. We've been offered a few, but
They're
They're all
not.
kinda-
They're not holding value for crap.
well, they're not. There's hard to find a nice one too. It's hard to find a nice one.
Yeah. I honestly do feel like when you get a Lamborghini, they're just not like people don't treat them the same as they do a Ferrari. Like every time I see a Lamborghini, I just feel like it's been more beat up, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's been hooned. I don't know if it's like the YouTube culture around them or just
Not in a
like
good way, right? Because like
Yeah.
you love to see a well-driven Ferrari, right?
driven, but like not hooned, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Like I feel like these things have been hooned. Like it just like people just beat the snot of it and they didn't care.
Mm.
I don't know. It's interesting.
No, I would not want to work on an old Ferrari with like early fuel injected car.
You
No
mean
thanks.
like 308? Well,
Yeah.
It's 308.
No thanks. Worked on an old SL once that was like early Bosch fuel injection and it sucked.
So has Fred driven it?
No.
Will he drive it? No. Right. Come on.
I don't,
Fred.
he supposedly is going to come to the barbecue.
Hmm.
So if he makes it to a barbecue, hopefully he can actually get the chance to drive his own car.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still with you guys.
Yeah, it's still at the shop. We still have to change out the CV boot. Yep.
I learned the CD player works in my 360.
Nice. You
Really?
find an old CD and pop it in there?
Yeah, because I went back to my my parents' house and all my childhood CDs, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw them in, and the radio sounds so much better. It's like it's not bad compared to like when you're just using the radio itself.
Well, yeah.
The speakers suck, but like the CD, I was blasting it. It's pretty cool. Like my 8th grade CDs.
Are you talking like burned CDs or just like actual CDs?
No, actual 50 Cent, Tupac.
Nice.
Nice.
That was my jam back then.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the problem. Is like I don't even think it's probably predating where you could like have a burn CD, right?
I actually, I looked on. I did a quick search, how do I burn a CD nowadays? Like, get it off Spotify or something. I kind of want to, just to have a good,
Right?
you know.
I wonder if you can still buy blank CDRs or whatever.
Dude, my laptop doesn't even have a CD-ROM anymore. They don't do that anymore.
You have to get an external one.
Mm-hmm.
My desktop computer's got one. It's got a burner in it.
You have a desktop?
Yeah, I do.
That's very 90s of you. I haven't had a desktop in I don't know, 20 years. I just gave up on them. At least we know the 308 won't end up with a bunch of miles on it. Oh. Honestly, we'll put more miles on it because Fred's gonna want us to do that video.
Yeah.
Oh, cassette players. Hell yeah. Gotta get some cassettes, man.
True. Could try that out too.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Try and get, if you have an old like VHS tape,
Yeah.
trying to get a VHS player is impossible.
You just go to Goodwill.
They're expensive and they probably don't work.
Yeah.
And the other problem is the tapes themselves have degraded.
Mm.
So they don't work anymore.
3 Bitcoins for the 580 Huracan. No. It's going to take a little more than that.
I don't even know how much is that worth.
Right now, probably like 175.
Oh, 175,000?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's almost, you're getting close.
Yeah.
Probably be like 3.2 Bitcoins or
Well,
something.
something tells me that's not a serious offer, so.
Of course it's not. It's just the same as, you're the
Just
same as all
something.
these Facebook people.
Not
Oh.
with that name.
Oh. We have a new champion of the most viewed Facebook post for a car we've tried to sell. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Hmm.
Throw out your guesses. You'll never get it.
I don't even know what you're selling now.
So, of all the cars we've had listed, this one has more views than anything
Is
else.
it a Mustang?
I think actually maybe the Speciale may have beat it. Because the Speciale went nuts. And what's crazy is there's definitely a high ratio of more views to more bullshit offers. GT40, Lamborghini, nope. Pimp 360, nope. Let's see here. The cop car, no.
Let's take a look at your
We
inventory.
never even listed the cop car for sale. The Viper, no.
Roma.
Roma,
What?
yeah.
That's surprising.
Right? The Roma. It has 36,000 views on the listing.
Man, Casey.
And guess how many offers? You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah.
What?
I forgot what I said.
It was 2 seconds ago.
Emma was talking to me.
No,
just standing
no
there.
offers.
No real offers.
That's
0.
rude.
It had for like, I would say a week straight, I had 10 BS offers a day where I had to ban people. I just started banning people because when you ban them, they can't see your listings. So I'm like, great, they won't bother me in the future.
Yeah, the Roma just seems like one of the cars that would just sort of fall through the cracks.
And it does. No one's wanting to buy it, but my God, 36,000 views. I wonder if it's like the dollar amount. Like the closer you get to 300 plus thousand, the more views people just are like, oh my God, $300,000
Maybe.
Because the Speciale got a ton of views too, which makes no sense because like there's not that many people that can afford a $500,000 car. But yeah, I was shocked. I thought the Roma was going to do like subpar compared to everything else for views, and no. I was wrong. The Roma's selling well? That's because Ferrari's shoving it down people's throat.
Yeah.
If
And
you
the
look-
Roma Spider is a terrible looking car.
dude,
Absolutely terrible.
the problem with the Roma, if you look at how many Romas are for sale right now, it's crazy. There's just tons because all these people that were forced to buy one to be able to get the next car, bought it, waited their 6 months, and
dumping it.
now they're dumping it.
It is a good car, though.
I know it is really. It's just it. I don't know. Maybe
For
it
that
shouldn't have been
money.
called a Ferrari.
I mean, they did a soft top on the Roma Spider.
Oh,
That's just like, what?
Really? They
Yeah.
went back to soft tops.
Yep.
I haven't even paid attention because I don't really care about the car that much.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah. I bet you So we're doing the Ferrari Hill Country Drive this weekend. It starts tomorrow, goes all the way through Sunday. I'm curious how many Romas show up for that. So there's usually about 45 to 50 cars for this event.
Is that the hangar?
Yeah, the hangar
Hanging at
hotel.
the hangar?
Get a flight.
Yeah.
You can split the room again. Put the pillow barrier.
The pillow wall. Is that this weekend or?
Yeah, we
Okay.
leave tomorrow.
Nice. What are you guys bringing?
I'm gonna bring the Scud.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not sure yet. We don't
don't
really have
buy it?
anything left. What?
I thought you were gonna take the black one.
I'll probably end up taking the black car.
I mean, it's the only Ferrari that
That's
makes
true. Yeah.
Because you can't take the Roma
No.
because you double the miles on it,
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
and the red one.
Yeah. I was kind of looking forward to taking the F12, but we sold it.
Wow, that would have been fun.
I know.
Shoot.
My car is still probably another week from being finished.
Maybe there's another Ferrari we could buy in town real quick.
We have to buy it tomorrow.
Yeah, we could do it. They're like, all right, here's the deal. You have exactly 3 hours to decide
Yeah.
if you want us to buy this car.
You could
The
show
Scud
up in
had-
a kit car, but you're going to get laughed out. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, no, don't bring a kit car.
These are older, well-polished Ferrari owners that go to this stuff.
There's
Would-
occasionally a Porsche that shows up or something like that, but or a Lamborghini or a McLaren, but they're all still six-figure real, sports cars, not replicas and whatever. Yeah. I'm sure there's lots of Romos for sale in Austin. Probably at the dealership. Take the 308. You'd have to fix the CV boot real quick.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, screw that because the AC is like a slight cough on you, and if it's raining this weekend, and you
Yeah,
have a top on, that would be
Yeah.
miserable.
no thanks. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain, so I'm kind of not excited about that.
Although the forecast went from being like 80% chance of rain to now it's down to 30% chance.
Oh, that's good. It just says it says rain Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday looks like shit, but we'll be just driving home.
Yeah.
So think we're okay. Hopefully we'll get some decent weather.
They sell aftermarket grills for the Roma. That's interesting.
That didn't take them long. Jeez.
It looks like that new V12 car has the same style grill in the front.
Oh, as the
Something, maybe not.
The Cylindre. That's so dumb. I feel like, yeah.
I mean,
don't
for
know.
sure, it's just called the 12 cylinder. I mean, think about it in Italy. They're just, it's the 12 cylinder.
Yeah, if you speak Italian as your native language, you're like, yeah, we know it's a V12.
I wonder how they feel about it.
It's the.
But they make
V12.
it
V12.
they make it one word with no space. So it's 1, 2, and then the cylinder. It's one word. That's how they
Ooh.
make it fancy on
Ooh.
them.
That's like Germans when they combine multiple words to make a new word.
Imagine if they had a Corvette 8-cylinder.
Yeah. You'd be like, which one? Which-
Stupid.
The 8-cylinder. Ooh. Gabe, you can't come down for the barbecue, right?
No, I have my first race next weekend, but
Ah.
probably wouldn't come anyway just because it's a.
You should. What time is your race?
Well, it's all Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay. I
Why?
say you should live or like do a video call with us.
Live stream from the race car?
There you go.
I mean, I'd have to get a. You can do that from a GoPro, can't you? I think you need
Yeah,
a
it's kind of a pain in
certain.
the ass.
Yeah, you need some special
It
equipment.
has to connect to your phone and all that shit.
Yeah. That'd be
Dude,
cool.
I am so frustrated with GoPros right now.
Yeah, I am too. Mine overheated in the car the other day.
Dude, they are pieces of crap. They constantly overheat, they brick themselves, they reboot, they shut off for no reason. I
Yeah.
I'm I
I'm
am
not
really I'm trying to find something else, but there's nothing else.
really.
There's the
Hmm.
DJI, but it's got too wide of a lens.
And you use it for vlogging. I mean, they're good when they're in action if they don't
That's the
overheat.
problem, right? It's an action cam, but like it's an action cam they can only record for like 5 seconds or like 5 minutes maybe. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the Insta360, but like they're too widescreeny.
Hmm.
Like I just want a normal frame of view, very small format, infinite what do they call it? Like infinite focus or whatever, where it doesn't really have to focus and stuff. I don't know. Is it too much to ask for just a GoPro that doesn't brick itself every time I use it
I
now?
know.
It's so frustrating. Yeah. Uh, well, I looked into the Insta360 that looks like a GoPro, but it's got like a 170-degree frame of view, which is way too fisheye. And then, trust me, if I do a fisheye lens, everyone will bitch about it. My God in heaven. People used to just complain about every time I had a fisheye lens. Oh my God. Got so sick of that. Yeah. I was looking up, like, everyone recommends doing the new Sony ZV-1 or whatever, but it's freaking like $2,300. And I'm like, no. I'm not spending $2,300 on a camera that's going to get covered in oil and dropped and kicked and whatever.
You don't use your big one anymore? What was that?
Nope. I got rid of all the big full frame
Wow.
cameras and everything. All we're using is GoPros right now, but they're killing me because they
Yep.
constantly reboot and crash and whatever, and it's super hard to film with shit doing that, you know.
They suck.
And
Even-
the batteries
Yeah.
are good for like a week of shooting, and then they go to crap.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as you recharge the battery 4 times, it's worthless.
Reminds me I need to order some more.
Yeah, me too.
'Cause-
Yeah. You don't use your big one anymore. Yeah. Nice. The shorts have helped with subs and views, but I don't know it's helping with our normal videos. So it's weird because like I don't know how much it's really like it remains to be seen how much it's helping the channel. So yes, our subs are up and the views are up because of the shorts. So we'll see. No, filming on an iPhone's not an option. We need real cameras, not just phones. 'Cause we have to have like external microphones and
Yeah, the phone's just a hassle to film with.
then the batteries on die, and then you gotta wait for it to charge, and it doesn't have an external SD card, so transferring the files is a pain. Anyway, it's got to be a real camera, but a real
What if
camera.
cheap vlog camera. I don't know which one.
I don't
to do.
understand why they haven't made like that's got to be one of the biggest markets right now for video, is like YouTubers and vlogging and stuff.
Yeah.
Do not like the shorts. It clutters up the feed. Well, too bad. Unfortunately, the YouTube algorithm gods have spoken. I don't like doing shorts either, but that's how you can blame the people who have ADD because that's what they want. They want 15 seconds of whatever. Just keep returning the GoPros. That would be daily. I tried the Wasabi batteries. They're crap. They only last like a week. They're actually worse than the GoPro batteries.
Have you tried the Enduro batteries? They're GoPro batteries, but they're white. They got a white edge.
Yeah,
to
we have
the
a couple of those.
Yeah,
I mean, they're marginally better than the blue ones.
yeah. That's right. We have one or two of the white ones. They do
Okay.
last a little bit better.
Yeah.
Of course, they're like twice the price.
Yeah, 2 is $40. I gotta order some now.
I don't understand why they can't make a camera that just works.
Right? Why is it so hard?
Seriously.
Hey, so stupid.
And then they're expensive too for a little camera. They're like $400 or $500 for the newest one.
Yeah. And that was the best
Oh.
thing is like they come up with the Hero 12. So the first thing I do is Google, does it overheat? And everyone's like, yep. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not buying that.
Fuck.
It's like stupid. Will you introduce the new channel, Good Morning Normal Guy? What new channel?
He's trying to talk about Tyler Hoover's.
I know,
Good-
Good Morning YouTube.
Yeah.
Where he stole my
Yeah.
intro.
Saw that. The heck.
I watched like 5 minutes of one of those and I had to turn it off. It's just not interesting.
My only problem is like I don't really care about his girlfriend, and I understand that she knows cars and stuff, but like I feel like it's leaning too heavily on like, hey, I've got a hot girlfriend. Here's my hot girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel like it really provided some new thing that I needed in my
It
life.
felt kind of forced too, a little bit.
Yeah.
See you, Jacko.
See you,
yeah,
Jacko.
But I mean, good on him. They're making. I'm sure they're making decent money on it and getting tons of views and stuff. I mean, you know.
They're he's trying to figure out YouTube in a different way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. No, let's be real, John. You like her looks. You like every hot chick. You say that. You say every hot chick. You're like, oh, I like that person. She's hot. You know, like, come on, John.
TG's got a point. I'm with you on that.
Right? He's become disingenuous, plain and simple.
I think him, like a lot of YouTubers, are just running out of stuff to make interesting
They're
content
struggling
about.
because the problem is the YouTube world forces extremism, right? Oh,
Yeah, listen.
like I mean, think about our channel. Our channel is not really done all that well because we're kind of producing normal, helpful content as opposed to like we blew up something, we did this crazy whatever, we've rebuilt a totaled car, and that's everyone wants the extreme shit, you know? I mean, look what gets the crazy views in the car world right now. You have to literally buy
Whistling Diesel, right?
you have to Whistling Diesel or Tavares buying a flood salvage P1.
Yeah.
Like how am I supposed to compete with a flood salvage P1
Yeah.
with 87,000 subscribers?
And they're doing it over and over, those types of videos. They're not just doing one of them.
Eventually, those guys are gonna hit a point where they don't have anything to do
Hey,
either.
don't lock it.
Like, how do you top a P1?
Well, and it's like, even if
Flooded.
they release the video, people watch, and then everyone forgets about it.
Yeah.
She has to chime in.
Just
What happened?
remind Dan to run his own race, man.
What we're saying is
Walk your own walk, Dan.
we're saying that other channels are like struggling.
Okay.
We're not the only one because everyone has dumbed it down to like the explosions and like ow my balls, you know.
This is an
Like,
inside look
literally-
at Pillow Talk.
We've full on gone idiocracy on YouTube.
Well, I think you have done the right thing and diversified your revenue streams.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like I'm so glad that we chose to make a real business and not try to make our living off YouTube. Because I don't know how we'd survive.
And that right there is why Dan is still a sane man, right? That
Make a
talk
real
about
business.
Meg.
Oh, Meg. Yeah, my anchor.
Yeah.
Well, everything you see us do or talk about is pretty much exactly how we are in real life.
Yeah. Right. I don't know how to act. You saw my
Celebrities.
acting when I got arrested. It was horrible.
Yeah, other than that video.
That was literally the only scripted video we've ever made. In our I've made almost 3,000 videos now. That's the only one that had a script. Oh Lord. Hey, at least they're now they're like, Josh, your wife's hot. It used to always be every time Meg was on, they're like, "Oh, Dan, your wife's hot." Now it's your wife. It's moved,
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you.
right? I mean, dude, I remember when I first moved to Texas, and so I was with my coworkers, and I had to swing by my apartment. We were going out for lunch. I had to swing by my apartment at the time. This was, like 15, 20 years ago. And my wife came outside, whatever. And the one dude goes, "God damn, who's that?" And I was like, "Dude, that's my wife." And they're like, "What? How did you do that?" Fuck you.
Must have felt good.
I was like, "Thanks, really, thanks." Anyway, I need more beer.
Damn.
You eating a donut, Josh?
It's a fake donut. It's one of those kid squishy things. If you have kids, you know what a squishy is. This is
It's
a
a
squishy
stress
donut.
donut.
It's a stressed donut.
Dan's really sucking down those beers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you guys? How's the hiring search going? If at all.
Honestly, we've been so busy. We
I know
haven't
you
really
guys don't even have time to hire.
we have all this stuff that we want to do, and then more stuff comes up, and so we got to put other stuff on the back burner. It's like for us, it's like what's going to make us money today, or at least that's my opinion on it, because we got to try to get ahead so that when we have slow times like the last few months, we're okay. So just focusing on that. So if it's something that's not going to make us money right away, then it gets put on the back burner.
Oh, damn it. We forgot to call the dude about the
Yeah.
About the what?
shop.
About the store.
So we had a few people interested in helping us out run the store.
Oh,
There was one guy who sounded more promising, and we were supposed to call him, and I keep forgetting to call him because we get so busy. It's like these last 2 weeks have been the busiest weeks we've ever had. It's crazy.
The property tax, Dan went and protested it, got it reduced by like 20%.
you met him
Not
halfway.
enough. Not enough, but better than
Do you
nothing.
like that? Do you need me to call it? It's probably in Little Man's room. Let's see here. Well, Dan, that's me. Oh, is that you? You're in Indiana. You're the guy
Oh,
that we've been talking to. Oh yeah, it is, dude. My brain is fried. I'm sorry. My brain does not.
did you just like shit on him?
No, we just said we just haven't had time.
Oh my god, I feel so bad. I am so okay. So first of all,
well, that's understandable. I mean, you guys are so swamped.
dude, and you wouldn't believe how many emails, text
Yeah.
messages, DMs, phone calls, comment, whatever, every
And
single day.
I miss emails too sometimes.
Yeah.
So someone's like, "Oh, I sent you an email," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because I try to check it pretty regularly, and occasionally I'll miss one. And yeah, it sucks. I'm like,
All right,
sorry.
let's just have the interview here. I already interviewed him. We were going to do a Josh has not, though. We were going to do like a 2-person interview. God, I feel bad.
Yeah, we could put him on the camera, make him come on the camera.
That's not a bad idea. Because let's be real, if you're a part of this company, you're somehow going to get, unfortunately, exposed to YouTube.
Yeah.
did we get a tour of the stub and your scud at the barbecue? I mean, if you're there, sure, yeah, of course.
You're free to roam around the stub.
You definitely can roam. Oh god, we gotta fix the stub too, like next week.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I've been like thinking about that every day. I'm like, I should go do that. I should go do that, and then
I
other
know.
stuff comes up.
What do you have to
Oh,
do?
Lord.
Clean it?
I had to pull
No.
up all the carpeting and floors upstairs to fix the AC things that the mice chewed through, and I still haven't put the floors back. I bought all the stuff to do it. It's just I haven't had time.
Man.
Someone asked if I compared the 360. I mean, obviously it was a budget thing. The only other model was at the time was the California, but I really didn't want a front engine. I really wanted the mid-engine, that driving
Yeah.
experience.
Yes.
And
Mid-engine's
so-
way better.
At the time, the 430. I mean, prices have come way down, so I could have bought a 430 if I'd waited. Could have bought a 430.
But who would have known, right?
Oh, I know.
Well, you got a badass car that is going to hold its value, and you'll be happy with it.
Yeah, and it's a very clean car.
Yeah. Yours was exceptionally clean.
It's still running.
And they did a ton of it.
Yep.
So the funny thing is, like, hiring to free up my time isn't really the case for the website. It doesn't really consume that much of my time. It's just that it's kind of dead, and we need someone to revive it. And so it's like every once in a while I have to spend some time on the website. Like I had to redo a bunch of prices the other week, spent a couple hours on it, but I mean, right now we only get a couple orders a week. It's really slow, and it's been that way for a while now. Like the website's been toast. Oh, did Tyler just join? He did.
My phone got in early.
You're in.
Ugh,
You got for the last 10 minutes.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, ah, screw it. I'll join in.
Where were you, Virginia?
Yeah, Virginia for work.
Mm.
I tried to get people to stop at the Koenigsegg dealer, but no one wanted to go. It's like, oh, come on.
Ah,
Ah,
Yeah. It's like, I want to just go in there. Like, come on.
typical
Hell yeah.
only car guy on the trip, right?
Yep.
Oh, did you go with a bunch of coworkers or something?
Yeah, it was like a team meeting,
They're probably like, why
Oh,
do you want to
okay.
go to a car dealership?
basically.
And
Like,
you're
oh, those
"Do
are
you
cool, but
realize?"
we can't afford those. Like, that's not the point. I
Yeah.
can't do that.
yeah. Exactly.
Maybe.
I can't afford a lot of things. That doesn't mean I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, right? Oh, well.
Oh man. Well, Cyber Guy PR, we will reach out to you probably next week because we're tied up this weekend. I actually had it on my phone. I was like, oh, I need to call him during the times that you told us you're available this week, and then just nothing went right, and time was fleeting. And then every time I get an order right now, that's all I can think about is, damn it, I need to talk to him. It's like, shit. So I would love to see the website do better than its former glory.
Mm.
And like, it sucks because I know that we've built something that can be big. Like it's already got the framework for it. We just need it to actually like it just needs to work. So a lot of it is like, I think we need to come up with new marketing strategies for the website.
Mm.
Because admittedly, we haven't really pushed product. I was thinking about that. We've done all these videos, and if you go look at other YouTubers, they're always hawking some crap.
Yep.
Right?
Some of their own crap, too, sometimes.
Sometimes, but most of them it's some third-party crap, right?
Yeah.
Right now it's this BetterHelp thing or whatever,
Yeah.
which is really weird.
Like a
That like
therapy thing?
Yeah.
yeah,
therapists.
it's like
There's a bunch of people pushing that.
like it's on a bunch of the big channels. So I'm like, man, how much money did you guys get invested? Because you blew it all on YouTubers.
Yeah.
But it's like all these people constantly hawking crap at you. We don't hawk any crap. We do not take third-party sponsors at all anymore. I got so sick of them trying to answer their crap, and like it just felt so inauthentic. And
We do have some sponsors like Valvetronic is sending us exhausts and
send us a free
stuff
exhaust.
like that, and we talk about them and install it. But it's not like, we're. I'm going to take a moment to talk about yada yada yada. Use our
Yeah.
coupon code to get a discount and
Right.
blah
Here's-
blah blah.
here's
It's
the
like
newest
I always fast forward through those on videos
Right.
if it comes up.
That's my thing, is I feel like if you're taking your time, which is valuable, to watch my content that I've created, if I'm gonna push something, it should be related to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna push a product, it should be a product that we believe in.
Oh no. Okay, I gotta go with Charlie here. You gotta do a Manscaped one for Fred's Magnum PI video, because you can talk about shaving your balls dressed up as Magnum PI, and that
Right.
would be amazing.
I wonder if we could get them to sponsor a video. I bet we probably could.
I'm
I wonder
sure
how much. I wonder how much they would pay.
You gotta tell
Oh,
them the
Lord.
whole skit too, like, or dressed up as Magnum PI. I'm gonna talk about shaving my balls, like,
Yeah, and it should just be shaving balls, not like
yeah,
because I don't have facial hair,
yep.
but ball hair.
Plenty to go around.
Oh my god, Lordy. Oh yeah, the
NordVPN.
NordVPN. Oh my god.
I actually use NordVPN
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
for downloading movies and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Illegal purposes. They got it.
yeah.
Totally. Higgins, time for the ball shave.
See, this would be amazing. We gotta do this.
Oh Lord. There's got to be an A-lister porn star somewhere in Texas that can be hired on the cheap to sell carbon fiber mods. I'm all for it.
Yep.
Seriously, okay. From our network of people, if you know a porn star or a hot model that is willing to do
Yeah.
for a reasonable rate,
Only
come
fans
on one of our
model.
videos
Yep.
and hawk car parts. We will do some cheesy ass ad. Like, imagine if we get the Valvetronic exhaust and we got this like giant titty porn star that's like, look at this exhaust, it's made of titanium. We'd be
You know,
great.
Dan, we could just go to lunch at Twin Peaks and then ask one of the waitresses, "Hey, you want a little side gig?"
I mean,
Yeah.
Just
I'm
pull
not
up in your
hired-
Ferraris.
no
I
offense
mean-
to anyone that works there, but like, I'm not higher quality than that. Sorry. I
Yeah,
feel
we just need
bad.
to ask Daniel. He's got
Tyler, things
Oh,
took
yeah.
a turn when you joined, Tyler.
apparently.
Yeah, they did. My wife would not do that. I mean,
What did-
she would if I asked her to, but I don't even want to ask her.
Right?
Yeah.
Totally. We need that. We need that. Full disclosure, I did search for for a while there. I was like, okay, we should hire a hot chick to be a third person in their videos or whatever that knows cars, that has experience helping sell cars, whatever. And I messaged a few on various platforms and got
Fans sliding in
exactly
the DMs.
0 response.
That's because they're too busy influencing.
Right? uh,
That's funny.
I tried.
Tyler
tried.
should
you
be
trying,
Higgins.
No.
Persistence.
You don't want me acting. You think Dan's bad. I'm bad.
Oh. Oh yeah, you gonna start working up on a script? We need a script.
Yeah, I gotta start working on that.
We were Tyler. We were just gonna do a reenactment of the intro for the
Okay.
show.
Even better.
We want to do we
That
gotta
makes
do
it easy.
a scene by scene, like every single cut.
Yeah.
We got to do it, but cheesy to the nth degree.
All right.
Because
Oh,
if
we
we're
got-
gonna do it, we got to do
Tell
it.
us,
our style.
send us an email about your 458 if you're serious about selling it, and don't expect retail.
Wait, you gotta. I thought
when
you
did you
had
get a
you
458?
go through cars faster than I go through underwear. I can't keep up. You go through cars a lot. I thought you must have sold the Lamborghini.
Jeez.
Josh could be Rick from Magnum. I don't even know which character
Yeah,
is Rick.
which one's Rick? Shit.
I gotta look it up. I only know Higgins and the. let's see.
Yeah, I barely
Not Rick.
know. I barely know because that stuff. Sam Crack's mother-in-law was actual porn star.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but yeah,
There's
she was.
definitely OnlyFans models in Austin that throw them
And-
20
but,
bucks.
but I'm not on that platform, so I don't know.
Oh, I know, but someone's got to know them. If someone watching's gotta know.
So, all right, wait a minute, John Zeke, where are you? I know you spend your
I've got
time.
the full roster.
Go find us a hottie. See, John knows
Rick-
where it's at. Come
Rick
on.
was the womanizer. Okay, I need to watch an episode of. I've never watched an episode of Magnum PI. I only
it's
know the
been-
intro.
15 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man.
it is 9:31 on our weird detour from cars and went into the TNA realm very quickly. Seriously though, if one of you happens to know some attractive female person that wants to help us promote some crap,
They
we
have
would
to
pay
know
them.
some stuff about cars too. It can't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
be
I mean,
like,
it can't be
oh, what's an
completely-
engine? What is a spark plug?
Yeah,
No.
but
Well, that could cause some other attraction.
I
to
mean,
your
I
channel
almost
that you
feel
don't
like
want
I almost
to.
feel like having them be very cheesy would be to our advantage, right?
Yeah.
Like instead of try like because we're not a very serious group of people. We like having fun. So to have a non-serious like ad promoting ourselves or a company that we work with would be hilarious, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, there's a couple Hooters. There's a Twin Peaks. Is Bone Daddy still around?
I think
remember
they have
driving
one
by
in
that.
South Austin.
183.
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
on 183 North.
Oh,
I
that
thought they
one's
closed.
closed. That
Oh,
one's
is it?
closed. Yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. They were the best one. I'm really sad because the one restaurant it wasn't a restaurant. It was a restaurant, but they hired all these very attractive women, and we used to
You
go
know-
there for lunch.
I need
All
to
the
talk
time.
to my buddy that does the Light Bright YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The Jeep, my buddy that I've known a while, his wife's pretty hot and she does videos and they get a ton of views. I should maybe
He
see if
was
I can
doing-
get her to.
Yeah. He was selling his compound, right? Or
He's
something.
doing all sorts of crap.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're overdue.
All right.
Scott's texting me. Scott does know some hotties.
There you go.
I hope he's texting me about that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
his
check
wife,
on that.
right?
Well, he's in South Florida. I mean, it shouldn't be hard down there.
Yeah.
I hope you're watching, Scott.
It can fly up real quick.
Yeah.
There's direct
Yeah.
flights.
He was trying to reach out to some, but he used to be in Austin, so he knows people here.
True.
So, all right, I need to wrap it up.
Yep.
I need to go
All
bed.
right.
I gotta go pick up the dog still. So.
All right,
Well-
guys. I'm gonna click the bye thing, and so don't talk because you can still hear us. Remember. All right.
I might whisper.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.